Good Reverend Dr. Paxton J.A. Price, founder of Paxton's Foundation and Church of Redemption. He is an entrepreneur, a TV and radio host, better known as The Rev. This show is designed just for you, the listener, to educate, entertain, and equip you. Now sit back, buckle up, and now let's roll with The Rev.
America, you know what time it is. Your main man, The Rev, Faith in Sports. You know what we do every day. We bring you the latest in sports. And guess what, America? The Rev is so happy because last night, Ryan, the Sixers came through.
Rev, let me tell you something, man. By the time this series is over with, I'm going to look like Morgan Freeman. As much stress the Sixers put me through, man.
Have you all gray like the Rev?
Lord have mercy, man.
Oh, man.
But you know what? Thank God for James Harden. Who would have ever thought I'd say that?
James Harden showed up last night like a true Hall of Famer should.
42 points, man.
And clutch. Not just 42 points, clutch.
Mm-hmm.
And that last possession, he was like, give me the ball.
Yeah, and you know what? Man, we needed all 42 of them points.
Oh, yeah, we need all 42.
Lord have mercy. It's to watch how he moved. To watch how he moved on the floor and just facilitated the game was we're gonna need that moving forward for the rest of the series because it goes to show Boston ain't going nowhere.
No, Boston here to play.
Yeah, it's you know what? As I'm looking at Boston too, Rev, I think Tatum needs to be second fiddle to Jaylen Brown.
I mean, in my mind, it was always 1A, 1B. I mean, that's how close I always thought they were, 1A, 1B. I mean, Brown is just as good to score. I like them both. So yeah, I know they both superstars, no question about it.
I think he's going to. I think the Celtics are going to try to re-sign Brown after this year. You know, his contract is up, but I don't know if Brown wants to stay there. I mean, think about this. He had the first 11 points, I think, for Boston.
He did
in the game, and in the last 3 minutes of the fourth in overtime, he touched the ball twice.
Well, you know.
Good for us.
Yeah, very good for us.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and I kind of think with the Sixers too. Sometimes you got to, as a team, figure out who's hot that night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for the Sixers, like this, for Sixers, there's time when Embiid is looking unstoppable, and you don't go to Harden. You just keep going to Embiid. And last night, Harden was on fire, and Embiid didn't seem like he was in the game that much. So they went to Harden. You, as a team, you got to figure that out. I've seen that before when you had so many good players on the team that you just have to figure out who's hot that night.
Yeah, it's Embiid is looking. You know, Doc Rivers said after the game, he said we really shortened the rotation this last game. He said because of what Boston was playing.
Yes,
he said, but you know, we have to understand, and all the media and everybody got to understand looking at the game. He was like, you looking at it as the 76ers just gave up in the end of the third going to the fourth in overtime. He said basketball is a game of runs.
It is.
He said it's a game of runs, and you have to understand that. He said, and Embiid said it. He said, I was gassed.
Yeah. It looked like he was gassed.
Yeah, he was. But P.J. Brown, you saw P.J. Brown getting in his ear.
Oh, P.J. Brown, let me know.
After the game, he said, I told him, we in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Get your hands off of your knees.
Yes.
He's like, Horford cannot guard you.
Yes.
He said, you letting him beat you, man.
Well, if you look at that the play in the fourth quarter when Embiid had the ball and Al Horford was playing defense, Al Horford blocked the shot. Look at that play. Embiid barely gets off his feet.
Yeah.
He was done. He had no more in him. And I seen P.J. Brown go over there and tell him, hey, listen, you better recognize where you at. This is playoff.
Yeah.
You got to go beyond how you feel, and you got to push yourself. And Harden stepped up. I really PJ stepped up.
Yeah, and that's when you look at. We talked about this last week. You know, KD is not a leader, but you need a leader on the team. Embiid's not a leader, and Embiid is the best player on the team, but he's not the leader. You got P.J. Brown.
Yeah.
That's the leader. Keep everything in order.
Keep everything. Yep.
He keeps everything in order. He don't care about scoring. All the dirty work that he does.
All the dirty work.
Man.
All the dirty work. And funny is that they had a leader like that in Jimmy Butler.
I'm still so hurt.
That's the type of leader Jimmy Butler is.
He's getting ready to knock the Knicks off. He better to go 3-1.
You think so? Tonight?
Yeah, I think New York is Randall's having a horrible series.
He's having a horrible, horrible series.
They down 2-1. I mean,
They might have to move him. They might have to move him.
Last game he was 4 for 19.
Whew. 4 for 19.
Yeah, man. It was bad, man.
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah.
And then what makes it worse, he hangs his head. You can see it on TV. The energy that he gives off
his
is
body
like,
language is a telltale sign of what he's going through.
Yeah, and you can't. I mean, and Jimmy Butler's relentless.
Oh, is he?
He will not stop. It's like he's like a Steph. I mean, he's not like Steph Curry, but what I'm saying is he can demoralize you.
Yeah,
because he keeps he's nonstop. It's just.
And it's on both ends of the court.
Mm-hmm.
He plays not only the offense end real well, where he can drop buckets on you, but also the defense end of the court.
I'm going to guard the best player.
He'll guard the best player.
Yeah, and think about this. If they were playing the Suns, he would be one who let me guard Booker first half.
Yes.
Second half, I'm going to take KD.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler.
He was right there, man.
Sixers had him.
And you let him go
on,
because of Ben Simmons.
Kept Ben Simmons. What you gonna do?
And we're not gonna keep talking about, but we're not gonna stop talking about Ben Simmons because
Ben Simmons.
It keeps the things, the decisions, and all of this that were made. This stuff keeps coming up.
It's exactly what we try to teach in sports. That all the time you gotta give 100%. All the time, you got to be a team player. All the time, you got to give the right type of effort. So Ben Simmons is the exact opposite of what we teach. Ben Simmons making a whole bunch of money and doing nothing.
And here's another person who's making a whole bunch of money and not really doing much.
They got me moving these refrigerators. They got me moving these colored TVs. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Make your money for nothing.
Harris. Tobias.
No, Tobias was trying. He doesn't have a good game. I got a problem with people trying not have a good game.
9 points, man.
I mean, he's having a bad game.
Tobias, 9 points. We talked about this before the series started. We need you. Embiid was gassed.
Yeah,
and Embiid gave you 30, 34, and 13.
Yeah.
Come on, Tobias.
He was trying. None of his shots was falling.
He was getting blocked.
Yeah, he was shot and
Tatum
was acting fool on defense.
Do you think? Yeah, I don't. We got to figure that out. We got to figure that matchup out.
Yeah.
Do you think? Game 1, the Sixers looked totally different. I mean, Tobias was able to get what he was getting.
Right.
Maxey was able to get. Do you think Embiid messes up the rotation of how these players play?
No, I just think that they have to have I've been on teams like this before, where you had so many people that were so good that you had to take time, and as your team develops, it takes the players to figure it out. So we had a saying. Our saying was, if you was hot, we was gonna ride you until we can't ride you no more, and then we'll figure out. We always went to the best matchup. Everybody had a good matchup on our team, but if you was hot, we was gonna ride you, and you until you prove you can't make no buckets no more, it's gonna be your show.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we would say it's your show.
And I think with that, even if he's giving you 9 points, right? But I think what the Sixers need to do, because they keep putting Tatum on him, because Tatum knows that he's going to be able to rest on the defensive end, because it's The offense is going to go through Harden or the offense is going to go through Embiid. Even if you don't score, make Tatum work. Jaylen Brown decided to guard Harden. He's probably going to guard him for the rest of the series. At the end of this game, he said, we got to figure out a way to push through because we are mentally tired and we're physically tired.
Yeah,
both teams.
Both teams.
And I'm saying to myself, Harden, you hear that, Harden, you got to stay aggressive on him. They'll try to switch off and put Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart can't.
Marcus Smart can't do. Yeah, Marcus Smart can't do that. But it takes the ability to humble yourself to be an effective teammate. So I'll point at Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler will score and play the best player on the other team and play defense on him. And when you're part of a team that has the talent like the Sixers, you have to say to yourself, if it's not my night, I'm going to do everything else necessary for us to win. Like I seen a couple times, my wife was like, "Why are you screaming at them? They can't hear you." I was screaming because there was time when Embiid had the ball, he shot the ball, he missed, and you can watch the game and see that the Reds telling the truth. Nobody, not one person went to the basket for the rebound. Not one person.
They were as soon as he shot it, they start going back to it.
They just taking pictures.
And you saying that is, I know exactly the places you were going at, because I was saying to myself, the Celtics are just out hustling them right now.
Yeah.
Tatum was getting 2 and 3 offensive rebounds. Horford was getting 2 and 3 offensive rebounds, and Embiid was gassed. But I think the media kind of blew up how Horford was.
He
was defending
right
Embiid because he was getting. They were switching Horford off on other people,
right?
So he was resting himself,
right?
So you had more energy to do all that. Embiid said, "I promise you, I'm going to be better in Game 5."
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I know Horford probably said, "Lord Jesus, somebody double."
So bring the double team. Bring the double team.
Help. See, and Robert,
you don't say the help right. You help. When the person faster than you don't say help. You say help.
See, but you can't let them know you're nervous.
Forget being nervous. You need help. When you need help, you don't care how you sound, you just need help.
You can't let them.
Well, I'll be like, help.
See,
them young cats I'll be guarding them young cats. I'll be like, forget this. Help.
See, and that's why when the timeout comes, they're gonna say, "Hey, Rev, you can't be hollering for help like that, man."
You get your team know that you need help.
You get us all.
I don't need help. I need help. Help.
You get us all in the panic, man. Everybody run towards it. All your other 4 teammates running over there, man.
Man, please. When you need help, you better call for help. But the key is being able to humble yourself. What the Bible says, actually, humble yourself under the mighty hand of God. But you got to humble yourself. That's why you can't take 5. The reason why you can't take 5 all-stars and make a team is because you got to have people willing to humble themselves. So if you can find an all-star like Jimmy Butler that is willing to humble themselves, it will make your team 100% better. And that's what the Sixers got to figure out. The Sixers got to figure out, hey, it might be Embiid night, and I got to humble myself and go get the rebounds. I got to humble myself and play the best defense. It might be Harden night like last night, and Embiid got to say, "Yo, you do," and I'm gonna get all the rebounds. I'm gonna play all the defense. Or it might be Maxey that got to say, "Okay, Harden, it's your night, and I'm gonna get the rebounds. I'm going to work hard on the boards." So I think they're almost mature enough to figure that out. They just got to figure out before it's too late.
Do you think, because as you look at this, I want to read some stuff off to you. The series is tied 2-2, right?
Right.
And you have Sixers and Celtics. I mean, the stats in this game is pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same. What is happening? Anyway, I mean, they're pretty much
even.
The field goal percentage yesterday, they both shot 48%.
Right, which is very good.
Rebounding was 42-41.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's all these stats
matchup.
all the stats is evenly matched up. So now it's going to come down to coaching.
And want to.
It's going to come down to coaching.
Like,
yeah.
really, I thought Boston wanted it a little bit more last night. From everybody except James Harden.
And they couldn't have it.
And James Harden wanted it. James Harden, when he seen Embiid, and if he was tired or whatever, he decided, I'm going to take over. Maxey is still young, and he's still trying to figure it out when I need to take over, when I don't need to take over. But if they can figure that part out, I'm telling you, they will win the championship this year. I'm telling you, they have all the pieces. They have the team to do it. They just got to figure out, okay, when do I need to take over the game? When do I need to be dominant? And when do I need to be a role player? And somebody said this to me when I was young and playing one time. They said, why are you able to be the role player and the next game be the superstar? I said, because whatever my team needs, I will do it. And if I got a teammate that's hot, I'm going to be the role guy. I can get 16 points off rebounds. You ain't got to pass me the ball. I'll get my points. I'll get the rebound, get my points. But if I need to be the superstar, I can do that. You got to be able to. You got to have the maturity to say, okay, whatever my team needs tonight, that's what I'm gonna give them.
And I do. I mean, I agree with that, because when you look at this Celtics team, right?
Right.
And everybody says, and all year they were saying that they were one of the teams to go back to the finals in the East. Right. And kind of you look at it and it's like the Celtics are a little bit better than the Sixers, because I think they're more of a, I guess, an interesting pick. Right. You know what I mean? You have Embiid, but Jaylen Brown and Tatum, you would kind of put them a little above James Harden, right? But when you look at these stats, I mean, they're like, the evenness of this team are incredible. The field goal percentage yesterday was Celtics 47% to the Sixers 46%. 3-point percentage was 38.6 for the Celtics to 38.2. Right? Total rebounds tied at 44. Offensive, 13 rebounds to 12 rebounds. 31 defensive rebounds to 32. 25 assists to 24 assists. Right. 12 blocks to 11 blocks. Like, what is happening? Like, this is...
It's even teams. And that's why whoever wants it more going to win.
And that's why I said it's going to come down to coaching between Doc and this coach. Everybody's been clamoring about the head coach not calling timeout at the end of the game.
Yeah, that ain't no big thing to me.
I mean, if he missed it, I mean, the time they were open.
You actually practice for that situation. That's something that you practice for. Your coach will actually go scenarios like that and say, if we don't have any timeouts, or if I don't call timeouts, this is what we do. So that's not a big thing to me. That's I've seen that many times. That's not really a big thing. But what I would point to is, can Doc Rivers get the team to buy into the situation that they got to do whatever they need to do to win this series. This series is so evenly matched. Each player got to do whatever they need to do to. Matter of fact, you know what? I'll give you an example. You ever watch the Dream Team? Remember the Dream Team? And if you watch that Dream Team special, there's a clip in there where Magic says that they were practicing, and that was the most competition they had when they played each other. And Magic says that Barkley wanted to prove he was better than Karl Malone, and he went down there and dunked it on Karl Malone. And Magic says Karl Malone was on his team, and he says, no, Karl, you go back at him. That Magic wasn't saying, give me the ball, and I'm Magic Johnson. I know. He was saying, no, Karl, you, it's your time. We're going to go to you. You go back at him. And that's what you got to do for the Sixers. Each player got to say, hey, if you got the better matchup or you hot today, you go get him. I know I'm Magic Johnson. I know I can do it, but I need you because you got the hot hand. You got the better matchup. I need you to do it. That's the difference between, I guess, one of the best point guards of all time and other people, that he's willing to say, I'm coming to you. This is your time. This is your show. And each player on the Sixers have to have that same mentality that we are a team, and whoever got the better matchup, whoever got the high hand, I need them to do it.
And I think that's the difference this year with the Sixers. You know, you have Embiid is used to taking over everything.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And now I think he's starting to see I can lean on Harden.
That's right.
You know, I can, when I'm tired, when I'm gassed, I got somebody like Harden who's going to have my back to get us over this. So I think Game 5
Yes.
in Boston,
Yes.
the only way to win this series, somebody has to win on the road.
And the good news is the only way you build that trust is in the heat of the battle.
Mm-hmm.
And because they're getting tried in the heat of the battle, I think they're building that trust. Like for instance, if Embiid is gas and Harden's not on, they go to Maxey.
You're going to Maxey.
If Maxey not playing well or a defensive player is playing good on Maxey, go to Harris. You got to have that type of mentality that we could count. We know we can count on each other, and we're willing to take the step back so that person could shine.
Until Embiid, you gas a little bit.
Yeah.
When you get your energy back,
Hey,
we got you. And that's what I
go to you.
And that's what I think the difference is this year with the Sixers and Doc Rivers. We talked about his adjustments and stuff. You didn't see a panic.
That's right.
That was a big 18-point run they made.
That's right.
And the Sixers stayed in the.
They stayed the course.
They stayed the course, and you stuck with it. I mean, it was frustrating. I mean, them cats was hitting threes.
That's Doc Rivers' leadership, because I remember him calling timeout, and I remember the camera was on, and he was like, "Calm down,
Yeah,
calm down."
Yep.
Yeah, I remember
It's
that. I
all
remember
right.
that clearly.
Yep, it's all right.
Yeah,
We got
we all
it.
right. We all right.
Mhm.
Yes, that's good leadership right there. See, and that's what having a good team. When you have a good team, that you can talk to each other. Hey, it's all right. We've been here before. We've been through stuff like this before. Teams that made a run on us. We used to say every team gonna make a run. Every team in the NBA makes a run. So you have to be able to withstand the other team's run and know in your mind that just like they made a run, we're gonna make a run.
And I think you know how they say good coaches teach you life lessons too.
Yes.
I thought it was interesting what Maxey said after the game too. He said, one of the last timeouts, when they went up 2, he said Doc Rivers said, let everybody on the outside get worried and get stressed. We're in the situation.
Yes.
We're going to deal with the situation how we taught ourselves to deal with the situation. Don't worry. He said, let everybody else get stressed. And that's the same thing when you going through something or you got a plan for your life, let everybody else tell you this ain't right. You should have did this. You should have
right.
I just stay focused on it, and they stayed focused, and they came out with the W.
They came out with the W. They did everything they had to do to come out with the W. James Harden was clutch. I mean, clutch. He was like, "Give me the ball. I'll handle it." And be a little tired. I'll handle it from here. Give me the ball. He went down there, scored. It was pretty. And B throwing the ball. It was pretty 3-2. He was like, "Shh."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, here we go." And then on the defense end, Boston ran a very good play.
It was perfect. They just ran out of time.
The Sixers played the good enough defense where they ran out of time. It wasn't even, and that's what makes you champions. What makes you champions is not what the other team does.
It's what you do.
It's what you do. And the other team ran a very good play. But what you did was play good enough defense that they ran out of time.
And I remember Tatum said that too. Tatum said, he was like, everybody's talking about the coach not calling timeout. He said, but we ran that play last series and it worked.
Yeah.
He said, I took too long to get the ball because he said, I couldn't see till I jumped.
Right.
Which was the good defense that
Good
they played.
defense.
I think since the adjustment with Doc Rivers, since he started with that zone,
yes,
it has given Boston problems.
Yes.
It's giving Boston problems. And you can see now, too, Boston is so used to just, when you play Philly, the last 3 years, we're going to beat them.
Yeah, they're going to fall apart.
And you can see now with Boston, even though they said we got a lot of confidence going into Game 5, we came back with that lead. You can see that they're like, this is going to be different from before. Yes. This is going to be different. And Jaylen Brown.
They're like when you fight a guy a second time, and he been working on his fight game.
Yeah, man. And you get hit.
I've been in situations like that before. I done knocked the boy out the first time. He come back for more. I'm like, oh, this is going to be easy. Oh, he must be working on his fight game.
Yeah, you start
because I'm like, oh, Lord, we in a fight now. This is a real fight.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And and I think, too, this end of this game taught Embiid something, too.
Right.
That I gotta I gotta do better.
Yeah.
Because every series before, this is how they would lose. This is how they would lose. You start seeing them be like, I'm tired. I can't do this. I can't do it. No, P.J. Brown and Harden's like,
no, sir.
We came too far. And P.J. Tucker said in the interview, I thought it was funny. When they asked him about it, he said, I told him, he's like, look, man. He said, I'm not going to get too many more of these.
That's true.
I'm older.
That's true.
He was like, I don't think he understands, the potential that's at stake here.
Well, Embiid is not from America. Remember this. And he didn't get a chance to watch Rocky. Because he watched Rocky.
How did you get this in this?
If you watch Rocky 3, one of the best lines of all time.
Hey, man, it's a statue. That's what you said, man. He's not real. That's what you told me.
I said the line was the best. I ain't say the line is a line from the movie, but one of the best lines from that movie where the Rocky was training with Apollo, but he wasn't giving it all he had. And Apollo said, what are you doing? He said, tomorrow. And Apollo told him, this is the best line, there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Everything, there's no guarantee that you're going to be here tomorrow. There's no guarantee you're going to be back in the playoffs tomorrow. I'm talking about in life. There's no guarantee that you're going to be able to do it tomorrow. So every day you got to give your best. Every moment is an important moment.
I appreciate that you see that, Rocky was one of the, it was a good movie.
That was a good line for the movie.
It was a good movie.
It was a good line.
You watched the whole movie though.
Oh yeah, I watched the whole movie. Mr. T was the man.
You left
number 3.
You left motivated and everything.
I said that's the line I'm going to use for the rest of my life. There is no tomorrow,
and it worked.
That's right. There is no tomorrow. Don't push off tomorrow. That's what the Bible says. Don't push off tomorrow what you can do today.
Speaking of push off, these refs. Because I'm gonna tell you that Tatum 3-pointer and he pushed off Maxey.
Yeah. I don't know the referee.
How loud was you during that play?
I told the referee. I don't know if you can hear me through my TV, but I told the referee, listen,
man, I was
referee,
hot.
I'm gonna see you after the game.
Man.
Before I got to Philadelphia, he had already left, so I left it alone. But really, and you know what? To be fair, I think the league instructed the referees to call it a certain way because it's been consistent. If you ever notice on plays, they actually making calls after the play.
That's what I think sometimes too. That's what's messing it up just a little bit.
It's causing people to and somebody gonna get a text for it, and I'm gonna say to the league, I said, y'all cause that because when you making calls after the play, people are thinking, well, you didn't make a call when it happened, so why are you calling it now? And
the refs are reacting to how the players are reacting.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
They're calling it afterwards.
Yeah, it's like you can't
do that.
Nah, man. And I'm saying to myself, are y'all watching the game? Like, what is happening? Because when they show the replay, these refs are right there.
Yep.
How did you not see his arm extend like that? I
think the league told him to call it a certain way. Like, what you're going to do is let the play develop, and then if the man don't make the shot or the man make the shot, that's when you call it. And it causing the players to react to something like, did you call it? Did you call it afterwards?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
And that's what Doc said too. He said, I was irritated because if you're gonna call that, then you should have called the 3 and 4 plays earlier in the game that were ticky-tack fouls.
And that's another thing, because they're calling it based on the situation. It's not consistent. So players are looking at it and say, why didn't you call the play that looked like that before? Because they're calling it based on the situation. They're calling it after the play, seeing what the situation is, and then making a call. But you know what, man? It's 2-2 now. Oh man, this series is 2-2.
It's 3 games.
Best 3 now.
Yeah, and starting off in Boston.
Going back to Boston.
You got to take this.
I mean, you got to win 2.
Whew.
How you win the 2, I don't even care. You got to win 2.
Yeah, and that's why I said you got to win on the road, man.
Now you have to win on the road. You got to go in there and shut their crowd up, take their heart, eat it, and then come back to Philly and beat them.
Because I feel like Jaylen Brown kind of said it all. He said we are mentally and physically drained. Yeah. Then he said both teams.
Both teams.
And he said the both teams because it's like, I ain't gonna say we.
I know that's right.
Because I think
caught this up.
Yeah, because I think Boston is giving all that they got. And it's like Philly won't go away.
You got to go to Boston and rip their heart out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you another example of a movie. Indiana Jones, The Temple of Doom.
Oh, man.
Remember Indiana Jones, The Temple of Doom, and the bad man, he could reach in there and rip the person's heart out, and the heart still be beating, boom, boom. Yeah. And then he showed it to him. He was like, look, it was boom, boom.
I got
boom,
your heart.
Boom. That's what the Sixers got to do. They got to go in there, reach in their chest, and rip their heart out, and then show it to them. Boom, 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 and then beat them in Philly.
Because I think this Game 4 was a really, really good game. I think Embiid and I think Tatum are going to have one of the best games of the series together in Game 5. So I think this going to be
it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a real good game, man.
Really good.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a test of how much you want this championship. You know, it's gonna be like, speaking of Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom. Remember when Indiana was him and the little boy was crawling through the little tunnel, and they needed the girl to come help them because they would get stabbed by the thing. And the girl looked in there and she saw the bugs and she didn't want to crawl through it. Mm-hmm. And Indiana Jones like, you got to save us. Indiana Jones been gone, by the way. It was the bugs, all the bugs.
If it was you,
yeah.
Hey, this where the movie.
I'm like, hey, Indy, listen.
This where the movie end, my brother.
Yeah, it's over. Won't be no more Indiana Jones because this I ain't crawling through them bugs.
Yeah, that was a lot of them too, though.
It was a whole bunch, but the question is, how bad do you want? See, how bad did she want to save Indiana Jones and a little boy? And that's she crawled through the bugs,
screaming too.
Yeah, remember that one bug crawled in the back of her? Listen,
abort.
They've been gone.
I would say, look, man,
they've been gone.
You got one more chance to try to get out of here on your own.
But Indiana, can you figure it out?
I'm not. These bugs ain't playing.
Yeah, it is. Listen, crawling right in the back of her neck. I was like, oh, you know what? Never mind. Never mind.
Hey, look, man, that quick we reached the half of the show, man.
Well, you know what, America? We're going to take a break, and you always give the best in life, and we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and give you our best. You don't want to miss it. Faith in Sports. We'll be right back.
A Leap of Faith Child Development Center is now hiring new teachers for infants, toddlers, preschool, TECE2, or CDA. If you love caring for children, give them a call at 302-543-6256. That's area code 302-543-6256. And or send your resume to a leapoffaith68@yahoo.com.
America, we're back. And Ryan, when I went out to Florida, the sun was out, and now the suns have come out.
They back.
Oh man, they're back.
We said it might get swept or it might go
And
5.
5, and then the Suns was like, I don't know what the Revs talking about.
2 quick days, they shut me up, man.
Oh man, ooh, they look good. Booker, I don't know who played better in this playoff season, Jimmy Butler or Booker, because they both been playing.
Yeah, man. Think about this. In the since the playoffs started, Booker has 361 points.
Whew. I ain't never seen anything like that.
Yeah, he is really like great.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know who that is.
He's a real good player, and that's why we on TV now, because we love to see people play like they play. Jimmy Butler has been playing awesome. Booker has been playing awesome, and what he did last night is, even though KD did show up, what he did last night was take over that game.
Yeah, Durant had 36. Booker had 36, 12, and 6.
Oh, yeah, 36, 12, and 6.
But here's a stat, Rev, that tripped me out. Booker and Durant scored or assisted on 101 of the 129 points.
That's right. He is far better player than I think most people give him credit for. I think Booker is not only is a scorer, but he could rebound. He'll make the passes.
Mm-hmm.
KD showed up for the first time. I don't know why KD. I don't know where KD been, but he really showed up.
Yeah, I think it's been strange because Durant has he's really been off this year. I mean, he's been scoring. He had 39 the other game, but it's just he doesn't look like he's usually been. But
right.
Yesterday was a game where this was Durant.
Right.
You know, Durant was able to get his shots when he could get. But I don't know, like you said, Booker, man.
Man, Booker. Whew. He is showing to be top 5, top 6 players in this league.
And he makes it look easy on the offensive end. And he plays defense.
He plays defense.
Mm-hmm.
He a scorer. And you know what? He's developing into a team leader.
That too. Yeah, that too. But think about this, Rev, too. Since Chris Paul has become a Phoenix Sun.
Yes.
In the playoffs, when he's out, the Suns are undefeated.
Ooh. They're undefeated?
They're 5-0.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And Chris Paul, again, will probably be out another game. And as long as they play like this, Chris Paul can rest a little bit more.
Yeah, you can.
You know, but I think the leadership off the court that Chris Paul brings is him sitting on the bench is a little different from being on the court. Because now Booker and Durant can be who they gonna be.
Now I'm gonna give you an analogy for this. I think this is gonna make sense. When the Rev play in the 40 and older league, the Rev could play most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because Rev at 55 would still play with the 40-year-olds and older people. I still do that. Now, when the Rev play in the regular league, you know what the Rev does? The Rev is the coach. And the Rev says, unless the game get out of hand, I don't even get in the game. Now, if the game get out of hand and we up by 20, I'll put myself in, you know what I mean? Because, the game out of hand. But when the game is a real battle, and these young people playing, even though I got the knowledge, even though my mind can make the play, my mind can say, this is the play I need to make, but my body can't do it. Mm-hmm. These people too young for me. So when I'm playing in the regular league, I don't even play unless the game, So I think Chris Paul, his mind is still sharp, and he knows what to do. But his body kind of holds him back a little bit, and he's in the way of other players.
Yep, this has been like this for the past few years.
Yes,
he's found himself injured in the second round.
That's another thing that happens when you get older.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, like we said, this is growing, man.
Yeah,
this
is what happens.
But
soft tissue.
But then you trying to chase around again a young Murray.
Yep.
And Murray is
you trying to chase somebody 26 years old. Man, let me tell you something.
And can ball.
26-year-olds can move fast all the time.
Stop on a dime.
Like at 55, I can move fast one time.
Yeah.
But at 26, you move fast all the time.
Mm-hmm. But then you think about it. Murray will stop on a dime. Chris Paul could be guarding him, and Chris Paul's mind will say, stop.
Whoo.
Yeah, that body going to keep going.
That's what.
You got to, it's like a.
Yeah. There's times where my mind says, split the double team, go up in the air, and dunk it on their head. And when you dunk it, growl at them, right? I could do that when I was young. Now, I can think it, but my body says, split the double team, make a layup, and go turn your behind around, go back down there.
Yeah. I mean, but hey, that's how it got to be, man.
Yeah, that's how it got to be.
And think about this. We talking about the efficiency of Booker. 14 for 18 from the field, man.
Yep.
He's shooting.
Shooting lights out.
90% from the free throw.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If I had to take a draft for the playoffs, number one pick is Booker.
Yeah.
Number one pick. That's how good he's playing.
His game, he's like quietly evolving. And then when the playoffs and stuff shows up, think about that stat, man. Him and Durant scored or assisted on 101 of their 129 points. They had 79 points.
Now, let me tell you something. If KD can play like he played this last game, I like the Suns' chances.
Yeah.
I like their chances through the whole playoffs I'm talking about.
But
he just ain't been there those.
Jokic.
Yeah,
53, 11, and 11 assists.
Jokic was showing out. That's why he can't suspend him for no dumb pushing.
Yeah, you can't. No.
Guy
yeah.
Who was trying to hold the ball.
The owner should be upstairs. And like, what we doing, man?
I mean, I ain't got a problem being on the floor, but if the ball comes to you, man.
Get the ball back.
Give the ball back. If you hold that ball, then you subject to somebody going to get the ball, you might get pushed.
But he 26-year-old owner.
I didn't know he was so young. He 26 years old.
Yeah, man. That is crazy.
That is crazy. Where he get his money from? His mama or daddy?
Something got to be. Yeah, I don't know. Something, hey. It don't make sense.
High-tech company or something?
Something ain't. I don't know,
I don't
man.
know where he got his money from, but he's 26. Now, I'm going to ask this question. If y'all watched the game and y'all saw him, right, did he look 26 to you? Because he looked 26 to me.
Nah, he looked a little older than that.
He looked 36.
Yeah, I was a little shocked when they said 26.
Yeah, he's 26. I mean, he liked them, but he been through some stuff.
So you mean tell me
like that?
You mean tell me some of these other owners who had bids? He's only been the owner for 6 months.
Right, he new owner,
brand new owner. You mean tell me all these other
money.
people been bidding for stuff? He outbid you at 26.
That's that new money.
Hey man, some
people got new money, some people got old money.
Hey man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but he flopped better than
oh man,
than Vlade Divac.
How you gonna try to hold the ball like you tough guy and then flop like you LeBron James?
Yeah, I don't. Oh, you said LeBron?
He flopped like he was LeBron James.
Hey man,
he try to hold the ball like he tough guy and then flop like LeBron James. How you can't do that?
And Jokic. Now they talking, they're seeing if he should be suspended.
They better not suspend that man.
They better not suspend. But
suspend that man.
Again, this the same thing for me with Draymond Green. This was keep that same energy.
And you know what? That's why you don't do that to Green. Because when you do that to Green, now when something arises that looks something like it, everybody gonna be looking at you like, what you gonna do now?
And everybody gonna say, oh, he stepped on his chest. He held his leg. Yeah. If you try to run and somebody goes to, what you gonna do? The first thing you gonna do when you're thinking about not falling, put your foot down.
Yep. No, I'm with you. We said that Draymond should have been suspended, period.
Yep. Nope.
But now that you suspended him, everybody looking at you, what you gonna do with the Joker?
Yeah, what you gonna do with the Joker?
Because now if you don't do the Joker, people gonna be like, well, they do got different complexions.
This is an owner.
No, I'm thinking they do got different complexions.
Oh yeah,
that's why you don't overreact to one.
Exactly.
That's exactly why you don't do it.
See, and their statement was for Draymond Green, he's a repeat offender.
Yep.
Stop this.
Stop. That's why you always play fair. The reason why you always play fair, because a situation arises, people gonna start looking at you.
What they say, keep that same energy.
Keep that same energy.
But again, too, I don't think I said Green shouldn't have been suspended. Yeah. I don't think Jokic should be suspended.
Neither one should be.
If you take Jokic out of this series, he is averaging in this series 36 points
Good.
14 rebounds and 9.5 assists. He's shooting 56% from the field.
He almost averaged a triple-double in the play. Almost averaged a triple-double in the playoffs.
And he's shooting 46% from threes. You don't take that off the field.
Nah, come on.
Come on. This is the playoffs.
Yeah.
What happened to when the playoffs come? We're not talking about we want to see Malice at the Palace, but we come on. It's the playoffs.
And I'm going to tell you another thing. If an owner or just a regular fan put themselves in the game, then they might get pushed. Because when he kept the ball from him, he basically put himself in the game.
Yeah.
Because Joker was trying to get the ball to hurry up and make a play while the other son was down. You know what I mean? The other player for the Suns was down. So he actually put himself in the game. And once you put yourself in the game, all bets are off.
Yeah. You can't. You
might get pushed.
Hey man, we're trying to play the game here.
Yeah.
And you messing it up.
But lucky it wasn't a ref. I mean, it wasn't a ref. The ref did something else.
They lucky it wasn't Draymond.
This actually happened in real life, by the way. When the ref was in third grade. I ever tell you the story about third grade?
No,
we were playing kickball. And one of the guys, his name was Steve. My boy growing up through school later on in life, but we in third grade at this point. And for some reason, he grabbed the ball. Somebody kicked it. And he grabbed the ball and kicked it away from us. You know what I mean? So I went there and punched him right in his eye. And punched him right in his eye. But this is the bad part. His eye swelled up real bad. You know what I mean? So they called his mom, and we was in lunch. And I'll never forget this day in my life. This is why I never started a fight again in my life after this. His mom came. Steve's mom came. And when she came to the lunchroom, and I was in lunch line, and she says to me, and this broke my heart, she says, "Why did you punch my son in the eye?" And she hugged me. And I never started a fight after that. I was like, this is horrible.
What?
This is horrible. Why did I punch her son in the eye, and why is she hugging me?
You went in the bathroom and started punching on yourself, didn't
No,
you?
I was tears on my eyes. I was so sad. I was like, man, this is horrible. Don't punch people in the eye no more. That's what I learned in life.
Yeah,
It's somebody's son.
That was cold, man.
Yeah, that was
she broke you all the way down.
She broke me down. She said, "Why did you punch my son in the eye?" And hugged me.
And when she hugged you, you said, "Oh no."
Yeah, oh no. I ain't gonna do it no more. She's like, "It's okay. Oh, that's worse. Oh Lord.
Then she brought her somebody.
Funny thing that you said is that me and Steve, all throughout school, we was cool. We was friends. All throughout the rest of our school time.
Yeah, he don't need his eye looking like that.
He don't need his eye looking like that no more. Ever again.
He don't need
Don't
that, man.
punch people don't start fights. Don't ever do that.
Hey man, Steve said I just kicked the ball. We was playing kickball.
Yeah, playing kickball. I was mad because he kicked the ball away, and I went over there and punched it in the eye.
Yeah, that was cool.
His mom broke me down. I'll never do that again.
Do you think the Nuggets are gonna be able to come? You think they're gonna be able to win this series, man?
Man, listen, the Nuggets, I believe, are the better team. The problem is
right now, I don't even know.
The problem is they got to consider which KD is gonna show up. Cause that KD from last night, they're gonna get eliminated. If they have the KD from the first couple of games, they could beat the Suns. But KD from last night, oh man, 7-footers should not be able to do that. There's no way in the world 7-footers should be pulling up for threes.
But you know what too? I think the thing that got the Suns over, and I do agree that they're the better team, because without Booker and Durant, I mean, they don't have anything.
Right.
And this was one of the games where the Nuggets were defending and double teaming and trapping Booker and Durant, but you let Shamet score off the bench. 19 points, man.
Former Sixer, by the way.
Yeah, 5 or 6 threes.
Yeah, former Sixer, by the way.
Yeah, it's always
former Sixer.
It's always that, ain't it?
Doing big stuff.
They had that squad, man. Jimmy Butler, Shamet was on there, Redick. You had shooters all over.
Well, JJ couldn't play no D. That's the only thing about JJ.
Yeah, that's true.
Who JJ gonna guard? JJ couldn't guard a Rev. If you put JJ Regular on me right now, I'm backing him up.
Yeah, JJ.
I would back him up and just lay it on his head.
JJ was not a defender.
Yeah, he can't defend nothing. He can't.
Think about this. Now they're going back to Denver, Game 5.
Right.
Who you got?
Now, I'm going to give you two answers. First answer, I'm going to take Denver. But the second answer, as long as KD don't turn to KD.
I know. And
KD turn to KD, all bets are off.
But he's starting to figure out where to get his, you know, he's picking his spots on the floor.
Booker always going to get his.
Yeah, you can't stop Booker.
You might just deal with that. You're gonna give up that 35, 36. But the question is KD going to shoot your lights out?
But you know what? What's my man that's guarding him? Gordon.
Yeah.
He's been playing really good defense.
Gordon has been playing a good series overall.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with Gordon.
And I think the reason Durant got off this game was because of the foul trouble. And again, those refs, those were some ticky-tack fouls, man.
There were some ticky-tack fouls.
He had 4 fouls going into the fourth.
I know.
So he had to, you know,
yeah.
He had to either sit or they switched off on him, and there's nobody else that can guard him. So I think Game 5, I'm gonna give it to Denver.
You're going to Denver
because I feel like when you look at these games and the way the Suns have been playing Booker and Durant, they only winning these games. The last 2 games, they only won by a total of 10 points.
Yeah, that's true.
Both games.
That's true.
So it's if you put them both combined, so it's just a few mistakes that the Nuggets have made. I mean, think about it. They were down 3, and Jokic lost the ball.
Yeah, really, he lost the ball.
That's what it was.
Yep.
Because Murray was wide open in the corner.
Yeah, he would hit that too. So,
See?
yeah, I think Denver has the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
My only question is KD feeling so good that he could take over the series? Because he has the talent to take over the series.
Yeah, and this is what they put him together for.
That's why they went out and got him.
Lord have mercy.
That's why they went out and got KD.
Yeah, you don't want to play them in the finals.
No,
Somebody knock them out, please.
Yeah,
Denver.
Because you know when he started feeling real good and he started bringing the ball down and just popping up for the 3, man,
it's nothing you can do. Yeah.
It not only is he almost 7 foot, but his arms all long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that.
Now, speaking of some other teams in the West that's playing tonight,
the LA Lakers.
The Lakers and the Warriors. Lakers up 2-1.
Uh-oh.
Anthony Davis had his good game. You think
another person who, when they show up, their team could beat anybody. Anthony Davis.
But will he show up?
Yeah, that's the only question about him is will he show up? Sometimes he stays at the hotel.
Yeah.
Oh, his body there, but his mind must be at the hotel somewhere because I don't know what he's doing.
And then they've
he never dated one of the Kardashians, have he?
Who, Davis?
Yeah, not that we know of.
Yeah, not that we know of.
Yeah, because
he might have met up with him, but
them Kardashians do something to you people.
Hey man, mom stars, man.
They do.
You remember Space Jam when they took the energy from me? All them players like that.
Suck all your energy up.
We talked about Humphries. Where he at?
Man, we don't even know where he's at.
Is Chris Humphries on the earth?
Is he still alive?
Or did they take him up to whatever that planet was?
Yeah, Kardashian 9.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know about Anthony Davis.
If they can't, the Warriors, they don't have nobody to stop him.
Not at all. I mean, the 2 games that he dominated, he just dominated the whole game. Not just on the offense end, on the defense end too.
Mm-hmm. And I think, and LA knows that the game goes to him.
Yes.
They said after the game that Steve Kerr was, when people were interviewing, you could hear him hollering.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, they said he really laid into them because he was like giving the games away.
Right.
I mean, that game was terrible.
That was a terrible game.
Yeah, that was terrible. They just, I don't know, man. It's something with me in Poole. If we paying you $140 million, man, what is happening with you, man?
Poole has not found himself yet. He
found that money though.
Yeah, he signed them checks. He think a little too highly of himself.
That right there.
If he just calm down and say, you know what, I'm a good player, but I'm not Curry.
Yeah,
I think he'll be much better off. Because right now I think he thinks he's Curry.
Yeah, you're not. You're not. You're not even Thompson.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not even Clay. Huh?
Yeah, you're not even Clay. It's just you got the money for being who you are.
Right.
Be that. You were the 6th man of the year last year when you won the championship.
A very good player. But you not pull up right before half court.
Yeah.
That ain't you. That's Curry. Curry can do that, but that's not you.
And he's like erratic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you drive into the basket. You can't even control yourself.
Right.
Going up. I don't understand. They got to do something with him, man.
You got to do something.
Did you see Wiggins dunk on Davis?
Did you see Wiggins? Well, I tell you, since he been back, Wiggins been playing good basketball.
Yeah, he angry, man.
Yeah, well, he should be angry.
Angry.
We're not gonna get into that because Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he angry.
I'm glad he's able to play basketball.
He actually dunked on Anthony Davis like he looked like my man.
Yep.
That was,
But he had a flashback.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Right.
But I do think, to me, going back to Golden State, I do think that they're going to tie the series up tonight.
Yeah, I like their chances to tie up the series.
Mm-hmm.
I like their chances throughout the series. It's just that if Anthony Davis decides to show up, they can't stop him.
Yep.
They don't have one person that can stop him.
I think you need to kind of play him like they play Embiid. Play that zone and make sure he doesn't get the ball out of his hand.
Right.
If you do that, and then on the offensive end, because Golden State can score.
Oh, yeah, they can score.
Yeah,
They can put up a whole bunch of points.
Because to me, I think Wiggins has done a really good job playing LeBron. LeBron's going to get his points, but he makes it difficult.
Right.
So continue to do that. And Klay, the Lakers, we already talked about it. The Lakers said they don't think Klay's going to have another game like that. So
yeah, well, I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah, that's not what you banked the series on.
Nah, you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to.
Nah.
Yeah, because he gonna play very good. He definitely gonna play very good at Golden State.
At home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll see.
And then you got another one tonight. The Knicks and Jimmy Butler in the Heat.
Jimmy Butler.
Lord have mercy.
You got the Heat winning this game.
Yeah, I don't think the Knicks have enough. We talked about Randall.
But your boy Brunson.
Brunson does what but he ain't got it.
Ain't got
enough.
He
ain't got
enough help.
He ain't got enough help.
Well, for Spike
Miami.
Lee's sake, I hope they go ahead and do the
right thing.
let
Spike Lee go on. Go and do the right thing.
I hope the Knicks go on for Spike Lee's sake and do the right thing.
Yeah, I just think, are they back in New York?
Yes, they're back in New York. Yeah.
Okay, so Spike Lee's gonna be able to see them lose.
Yeah. Well, Spike Lee goes the game on the road. Spike Lee got that type of money, by the way.
Yeah, but I don't think they had a good run.
He went to the jungle and had a fever.
That's another good movie, man.
That's a good movie.
Now think, do you want to play New York? Or I'm gonna speak this into existence. When Philly beats Boston,
right?
Do you want to play New York or do you want to play or Miami?
I'd far rather play New York. I don't want to mess with Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, because Philly's going to say we're not going to let Jimmy Butler beat us after we let him go. But then Jimmy Butler is like,
oh, he got a point to make.
I'm not going to lose to y'all.
Yeah.
That'll be a good series, but I don't want to be the one to be. I don't want to watch that one.
I don't want to be the one to have to guard Jimmy Butler.
Because they're going to put James Harden on him.
Yeah, okay. James Harden.
Not guarding. I'm thinking about Jimmy Butler guarding Harden.
Oh, yeah.
If you put Harden on Jimmy Butler, he going for 60.
He going for 75.
Yeah, that's whew. I don't know.
But I don't want to be the person playing Jimmy Butler.
Man. It's probably going to be Tobias.
Yeah, okay. Send me out there and get him. I'm the coach.
Tobias.
I'm gonna tell the coach. Same thing I tell the coach when I played Delano DeShields.
Help.
Now when I played Delano DeShields, I was like, I don't want these type problems.
Oh yeah, when you said when the game started.
Yeah, the game started. He jumped so high, his knee almost hit me in my head. I was gonna coach. I don't want these type problems, coach. I don't want these type problems.
I'm gonna guard my man on the other side.
Switch. Coach like, nah, you want to ask for it? You got him tonight.
Whew, how many you have again?
I think he had like 26 that game. Yeah. We won in overtime. But Lord have mercy, the boy could jump out the building. I mean, literally jump on his jump shots. He jumps out the building.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you don't want them.
He had a dunk in the game and everything.
Oof.
Blue pass to Rev, right? And the Rev said, help. You know what? I shouldn't even tell this story. I should not tell this story, but I'm going to tell it. He blew past the Rev, right? I don't know. He faked me out. He blew past me. and I said help. But when I turned around, I see him jump and with two hands just dunking on my boy Richard. Oh, it was ugly. It was in the paper.
That's how it should be.
It was all my fault. my boy Richard, he in the paper like it was all my fault. I was like, Lord have mercy. We out of time, America. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Keep rolling to the top.